Noah. Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm living, thank you very much.
And as am I. I think that's all we can ask for right now, yeah?
Yeah, I'm living and I'm enjoying my life.
For your show, and with the news cycle the way that it is, how does that impact what you guys do? I imagine it's a lot of fun, but it's also a lot of pressure.
Yeah, but it's fun pressure. That's exactly what it is. It's a fuel that we enjoy. It's something that propels the show in a direction that I think helps us grow. It prevents us from being comfortable. It prevents us from getting used to a certain way of doing things. And when the news is constantly changing, you're constantly reworking a show and reworking your ideas in and around a show, which makes it exciting. And what it forces you to do is contextualize the world around you and use the new information to continue a narrative that you may be already telling.
I imagine for you being from South Africa that learning American politics was a bit of a learning curve for you. What do you think was the hardest part?
The hardest part was realizing that in America, politics is like a sport. You know, people pick their sides and then they ride with them till they die.
A little bit like football, right?
Which is weird, because I come from a world where your politics is more determined by what is best for the country, and people will move depending on who they feel is best representing their point of view and their ideas. Whereas in America, it seems like it's become a pure up sport. You know, you just go, well, we're having a bad season, but I'm sticking with my team. I've been here for 20 years and I bought the shirt and that's what I'm doing. So that was the hardest thing for me to understand, was how polarized American politics actually had become.
So when bad news strikes, how do you guys deal with it as a team of writers, as a team of comedians?
I think the first thing to do is to process your feelings, process your fears, process your emotions, talk honestly about it. That's where good comedy
therapy
comes
session.
From. Yeah, essentially. You know, we are human beings. We get affected by the news just like anyone else. We get affected by tragedy just like anyone else. And then what we do is, as comedians, oftentimes we use comedy as a tool that brings us out of that rut. You know, comedy is tragedy plus time. And comedians generally have a shorter amount of time between the tragedy to the joke. And it doesn't mean that we don't care about it. It just means that we are coping. That's a coping mechanism that comedians use. Some people cry, some people laugh. And that's what we do on the show, is we work with the bad news and think of ideas that help us process and insulate what is happening.
I just thought you guys didn't have feelings this whole time. It's so weird. Last question, fill in these blanks for me. The Daily Show is blank meets blank.
The Daily Show is Trump meets large gloves.
Trevor, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
It was nice to talk to you.
Thank you very much for having me.